right on the ridge here, but I cannot tell you because you may not be able to see it on the camera. We're right on the ridge, and what a pleasure being on the ridge. We're looking down on both sides. You're looking down on town on that side and on this side, and just as an extra bonus, you've got thousands of these. Morning. We are going up to a cave today. This is my first recording. Check this protea. Is it a king protea? I think it's a king protea, followed by blue, which is purple, followed by yellow, followed by red, beautiful, followed by another protea with the mountain in the background there. These grassies, view of town, and a whole team of people joining us today. White. Let me take a photo with a GoPro here. I'm recording to hear myself panting here. This also doesn't really show. It's not as steep as other parts that I have recorded before, but it also is just a non-stop uphill. And what does make this a delight today is the amount of flowers. I wasn't expecting. I mean, I know the start of the growing season has come, but I thought the flowering season is over, but not to be. We've got heaps of these, and then also proteas. The crew, some of the people coming up, and nice view. And what is nice about this is that you continuously see your goal. That is one nice thing compared to other ones. If you walk other trails for the first time and you don't actually get to see the goal, your end point, and you haven't done it before, that can work on your mind to a certain extent. If it's uphill, downhill, 2 ups, 1 down. But the nice thing about this one is that you can see it there, nicely stuck. Weather is perfect today, by the way. Perfect weather. It is partly cloudy, nice breeze, cool breeze, and the soil, by the way, is also perfect. We've had 2 or 3 berg light berg winds, making the soil dry enough that it's not mud, and yet it's still fairly soft, at least. Catch you maybe when we get to that picnic spot, unless there's some section with a heap of proteas or something. I asked Milt if he can lead for a while so that I can have one of my unhealthy cigarettes at the back here. And from here you can see the team, the 3 of them, and then there's another 3 or 4 ahead of them. Lovely having the shade at the top. Really makes an enormous difference. Perfect weather, and quite honestly, I was not expecting to see so many flowers, man. Really. Just galore. Everywhere. full of flowers. I have to record, but okay, that's shade now. So I know with this GoPro, it's not always going to come out nicely, but you may see the people just within 6 or 7 meters from where I am, how much higher they are at this section. And we haven't reached the steepest part yet, but we will. And we're progressing well, actually, all things considered. And there's cricket later. You look down there, you can see how much lower the people are. What is a bit demoralizing for any first-time walker who doubts his or her fitness is that it gets steeper and steeper as one goes up. It's not like some other ones that are steep at the beginning and then pan out a little bit less steep at the top. It just gets harder and harder as you go up. Can you see how full and overgrown this is? Somebody has got to break the path section open so that we can see in future. Sorry to say, it's not like I have disrespect, but one's got to know in future, until such time as somebody comes, some team comes, maybe Cape Nature or something, and opens up for us here. I am huffing and puffing here because I'm unfit. Seriously unfit. Bushy and sharp. Up, 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 etc., etc. For a long way, for quite some time. Man, look at this. I have to record this. Don't even need to say anything. Wow. Check this. It is full of them on both sides. This is their area. Nice. Sorry for the swinging to both sides here.
I think we're going to go up here. Kyk, hier's 'n paadjie.
Yeah. Nice. This is the only downhill on the way up. This is the only piece of downhill on the entire trail. And of course the only uphill coming back down. I'm telling you, you got to go up there. You don't have a choice. You absolutely have to. Still climbing. Been a while since I've recorded, but maybe this is an opportunity to see the people further up ahead of me, the people below me, to give you an idea about the elevation here, the steepness, how quickly you're gaining height, all depending on how fit you are. If you're not fit, you're resting every couple of meters. If you are fit, then you're gaining height very quickly. That there, I think, is the highest point. I don't think there's anything after that I can remember with this view of town there, the whole of town, including Mossel Bay, followed by this whole view of the catchment area of the Swart Rivier, Black River, and then on the other side of that, the Caimans River. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them just behind me. We're not in a rush, thankfully. We have made a point of stopping on odd occasion and taking photos of some of these awesome flowers and the landscape around here. We will make it to the top there. Yes, we have to.
Oh my head, what must I do here? I'm a monkey.
Yes, go monkey.
Upper body.
I want to be silly, but I'm probably going to hurt myself.
Well done. Well done.
I'm signing die nog net in my work. Ja. Weet jy?
Nee, nog gedaan goed.
Let's up pull you.
As jy oor aan lip moet. Ja, kan nie eens aan doen.
You're gonna make it.
Look how the wind is blowing on that water.
Jeez, almost slipped and tripped here now. We're making it. Man, we're almost there. We're almost at the top now. Very close. Very close.
Top, I can walk down.
Sam's decided to
Go to the top. You can
pose at a nice
My
Over.
mother didn't raise no.
overhang there for photos. Where are all the ladies going here? A toe
He's a pad.
op die mees.
It's all about the picture.
Ja, daar's ook 'n
It's not inside, it's at the toe.
Okay, you ready?
Ladies are posing.
Waar is 'n snack?
In the cave. Donkey
Eet 'n
Maya.
snack nou.
Ja, mens kan net so wel 'n snack hier eet. Hierdie is ook maar seker soos 'n picnic spot. En we've just decided we're going to have a snack here. We're also close to the top here, but we may as well have it right here. Right here.
Like a snack spot.
I don't know if you're going to see how steeply we've just come up here. We're very, very close to the highest point now, where we walk all along that saddle. I don't know if this is on the camera. This gives you, and I'm only really got one hand to myself here, just to show how steep this is, this last part here. Very steep, but the steeper it gets, the closer you know you are to the top, because you can clearly see it from town. You can clearly see how the last part is the steepest part, the last little section, and it's shorter, it's far shorter than the parts that are also fairly sharp and lead up to this last seriously short steep part. Yes, 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 yes. We made it. Colleen, we made it. Nice. On the saddle. Give me a high five. Made it. This is where you look down onto that section and then all around and down to town.
Now is it to the cave?
And now it just gets better and better and better. This is by far my favorite part. By the way, Sam has made a point of packing her bag full of water to, what's the word, emulate, to copy a camping bag, because she wants to come and camp in a cave at a stage. So I suggested, instead of packing bricks in the bag, put some water. Water's handy as well, and try and copy the weight that she'd have to carry up to get to the cave with camping gear, which is what she's been doing, carrying up the heaviest backpack
It's not that bad.
by far. And it's not that bad.
Not that bad.
She's made it.
Not stronger than what you think.
She's super fit by making it with relative ease, and one doesn't even notice. It's so easy to forget that she's actually been carrying this heavy bag. Makes it look so much easier. This will be a nice pic.
You step on a button.
Right on the ridge here, but I cannot tell you because you may not be able to see it on the camera. We're right on the ridge, and what a pleasure being on the ridge. We're looking down on both sides. You're looking down on town on that side and on this side, and just as an extra bonus, you've got thousands of these colorful proteas. I know they fall under the protea family, but I can't remember what they're called. But this entire ridge at the top is packed with them. I don't ever recall. This is what makes every walk different. Even if you've walked or climbed any particular trail before, every time it's different. It depends on the time of the year. And even if it's the same time of the year, that's not to say it's going to be the same flowers as that time of the year on the previous year. There's always a chance of something different. I don't know if you can actually genuinely see with this GoPro how they scattered widely all along the top here. I hope you can. I hope you can see it. Team in the background there coming. Got little pink flowers as well. And that beautiful rock formation that goes there. Gone and stood there before at the top. Actually, if one heads, yeah, it's an awesome rock for. I've stood up there for a photo before. It's a beautiful rock to go stand for a photo.
It's like one of that George Peak, that one that you...
Yeah. Check these awesome rocks here on the right hand side going directly up here. I was just telling Samantha here that I was actually quite pleased. I don't think I took photos or recorded them, but there were 3 youngsters that came up to the cave to come and camp one out, and I was pleased with the fact that they have used this very route that we're using today. That just shows there are people that are aware of it, because quite honestly, just a small handful of people doing it every now and then is not going to keep the trail open. One needs other people to come and do it too, to help keep it open. And then we get to the whole goalpost. Don't shift the goalpost, they say. We get to the port that we have aimed for. Nice. It's amazing how much larger it is compared to what you see from downtown. It's a lot larger. I cannot tell you how chuffed I was the first time I came up here, because it had always bothered me knowing there is something here, seeing from down in town there is a cave here, not knowing there's a route then doing some exploring and finding it. Nothing was more pleasing, because clearly other people had been here. This is where these people made their fire. Look how sensible they were, putting some rocks. They obviously camped before, putting some sturdy rocks around it. That's the way to do it. Camping equipment. Friends that have come with us today have just moved to George lately, Ultra, and okay, her husband's not with her today. She cannot get over how something like this can lie here. She says if this was in the Johannesburg area or anywhere in that area, it would have been stolen ages ago. This awesome gap here, and if you can see Samantha there or any of that, gives you a good perspective. I don't know if it's too dark for the, no, you should be able to see them. Gives you a good perspective of the size of it here. Maybe a bit larger than what meets the eye. Is there something on my lens here? Hopefully not. I hope there's nothing on my lens here. Beautiful. We had our brunch, basically cross between breakfast and lunch at the cave here. There, 3 people there, and down here we've got the other 4 people. It became totally cloudy now, where you couldn't see anything ahead of you. And now it's opening up again. Listen to that bird. Can you hear it? Makes that kind of sound. Hear that? I'm sure there's a nest here. I'm sure it's a small one calling the parents. If you look carefully, there are the people. Going back the same way. I've tried the optional way once before, and personally I don't recommend it. It's too steep and you just don't like it, because you're spending far too much time focusing on your feet while trying to go down, to make sure you don't slide down, slip down, that you don't have any opportunities to look around you. So we're going back the same way. Catching Anna when we had a nice viewpoint again. I don't know if you're going to see, but since it's become cloudy, what we now have are clouds coming up, and they just stick to the side, on the town side of the hill there, but they go no further. This side's open. It's like this piece of mountain here forces them up into the clouds at the top. It actually looks like mist when you're up here. Makes you feel like you're walking in some fog, but it's actually clouds. Very light clouds. Ideal temperatures. My guess is, if you had to guess, temperature today?
About 17.
Yeah. 17, 22 max, I would say. 22 max. Nice. With all these, so you can still see the flowers. Made it up to this top again, and at least going down, it's definitely going to be faster. Some people prefer up for some other reason. I don't. Certainly myself and Colleen don't. We prefer going downhill. Sun not shining, but you should still be able to see the people dead center as we're busy heading down here now. And actually we're going down on quite a bit of a separate trail here. Should be able to see it in the center there, right? Then what we came up with, we've just discovered that now. This is obviously the more common one actually, but the other one that we took up is also a trail. So we've made a lot of ground since my last recording heading down here. I mean, last time we were in the clouds right at the top there, and you can see the clouds there. It's actually, I like the way it creates this impression you're walking in mist. Clouds are mist, I suppose. So anyway, we've come a long way down, and then sharply down at places, and then we're going to get to a section where it starts leveling out a bit, and then after that leveling out, another gradual downhill all the way down to the bottom. I'm just starting to look out for the proteas. Got my eyes on 3 stunning proteas quite far from here, but it's amazing how they can stand out. Nice full dam, Garden Route Dam there. This is the top railway line. There's quite a distance to go. These railway lines fascinate me. Quite a way to go between this top one and the bottom one, but they all both are the same railway line. And you consider the difference in height between this top one and the bottom one. It's astonishing, because if you were to just walk on the railway line all the way, the bottom one goes like that and then makes a turn and comes up higher at the top one. Now if you were walking all along, you would not know that you're either busy walking downhill or uphill, for that matter. You would just think you're walking level. I really appreciate, respect, admire is the best word, the people that built the railway lines in those days. And I mean, with limited machines, equipment, compared to what we have today. It's really something special. And I can't tell you, I'd love to know what the difference in elevation is between this top one, where we're crossing now, and the bottom one. And it just gets more and more, of course. As one goes towards that side, the difference in elevation becomes even more. As it crosses, the top one crosses the mountain, eventually goes over the mountain. I just did a quick video record there, which is why I'm actually quite far behind the team. But I'll catch up. And yeah, this is what is a total contrast between 100 millimeters of rain and then no rain for a couple of days. This is what you get when there's been no rain for a couple of days. But if it's been 100 millimeters within 24 hours, then this is another story. One thing about this stream is that it always runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 a year, permanently runs, even when there's a drought. And I mean, okay, people in the US will say, ooh, running water. But it is running water. Drinkable. That's what matters to me. It's drinkable water.
I watched it on Friday. I'm lying there. My nose is running.
Actually quite close to the end. I hope somebody's been watching. I really don't mind if anybody hasn't watched, but if there's been one person who's followed this today, especially maybe a local person who enjoys knowing what this mountain looks like if you go up it, and is unable to go up, people like that might appreciate it. And then there is the boring channel.
Left or right?
Right. There is the boring channel, the American guy. You mow your grass. I love your channel. I hope you leave a comment again. I remember the first comment when you were saying how surprised you are about how green it is here in South Africa. Please give us a thumbs up, click on the like button, leave a comment if you can, suggestions, anything, say anything. It will help the algorithm of the channel and just increase the chance that it grows. And subscribe. If you haven't subscribed and you're watching this, go for it. It's not like opening a bank account. You simply click on subscribe and people will, and YouTube will tell you if another video has been uploaded. Thanks for joining, and see you next time.